Every civilization depends upon something it cannot afford to lose. For ancient societies, it was water. For industrial economies, it was fuel. For the digital world, it is electricity. We rarely think about it until it disappears. The lights go out, networks fall silent, factories stop, hospitals switch to emergency power, financial markets hesitate, data centers become vulnerable, artificial intelligence stops learning, not because the algorithms failed, but because the energy stopped flowing. Modern civilization appears to be built upon software. In reality, software stands upon computation. Computation stands upon silicon, and silicon stands upon a continuous flow of energy. The most powerful technologies in history all share one invisible dependency: electricity.
Electricity is often measured in kilowatts. Architects measure it differently, as potential. Every unit of energy represents work waiting to be performed. Factories transform it into production. Transportation transforms it into movement. Data centers transform it into computation. Artificial intelligence transforms that computation into decisions. The digital economy is often described as weightless, but every digital action carries a physical cost. Every calculation consumes energy. Every stored file requires power. Every artificial intelligence model depends upon an uninterrupted electrical supply. The more intelligent civilization becomes, the more energy it quietly consumes. Intelligence does not replace energy. It amplifies the value created from it. No power plant exists for itself. Every generator belongs to a larger architecture. Electricity travels across mountains, beneath rivers, across oceans, passing through countless substations before reaching its destination. By the time energy reaches a processor inside a data center, it has already completed an extraordinary journey. Modern civilization depends upon this choreography every second. Millions of independent components acting as one synchronized system. The strongest infrastructure is rarely the one producing the most power. It is the one delivering power with the greatest reliability. Because reliability creates confidence. Confidence enables investment. Investment accelerates innovation, and innovation reshapes civilization. As intelligence expands, its appetite expands with it. Training advanced artificial intelligence requires enormous computational capacity. Computational capacity requires enormous electrical capacity. This is changing how nations plan infrastructure, how companies select locations, how investors evaluate opportunity. The question is no longer only who builds the smartest algorithms. It is increasingly who can sustainably power the world's growing demand for computation. The intelligence age is not replacing the energy age, it is building upon it. Every breakthrough in artificial intelligence is also a reminder of an older truth. Civilization advances only as far as its infrastructure can support it. Every civilization protects what it depends upon. In the agricultural age, it protected fertile land. In the industrial age, it protected fuel and transportation. In the intelligence age, it must protect energy infrastructure. Because energy no longer powers only cities, it powers computation. Every cloud platform, every artificial intelligence model, every financial exchange, every autonomous factory, every scientific laboratory begins with electricity flowing through an invisible network. The stronger the energy architecture, the stronger the digital architecture it can sustain. Power stations are no longer separate from digital civilization. They have become part of its foundation.
People often ask, how intelligent can artificial intelligence become? Architects begin with another question. How much computation can civilization sustain? Every larger model, every faster processor, every new generation of intelligence requires more energy. This reveals an invisible boundary. The future is constrained not only by imagination, but by infrastructure. Innovation can move only as fast as the foundations supporting it. History follows the same pattern. Civilizations rarely stop because they run out of ideas. They stop because they reach the limits of the systems beneath them. The next era of intelligence will belong to those who continue expanding those limits.
Energy creates computation. Computation creates intelligence. Intelligence creates productivity. Productivity creates prosperity. Prosperity creates the resources to build even greater infrastructure. This is not a cycle. It is a compounding architecture. Each layer reinforces the next. Every improvement in energy efficiency expands computational capacity. Every expansion of computation accelerates innovation. Every innovation strengthens civilization's ability to generate even more value. This is how civilizations scale, not through isolated breakthroughs, but through interconnected systems continuously multiplying one another. The greatest leverage has never come from one technology. It comes from architectures where every technology strengthens every other technology.
Every era is remembered by the resource that expanded human capability. Stone built the first tools. Iron strengthened civilizations. Oil accelerated industry. Electricity transformed the modern world. The next era will not replace electricity. It will depend upon it more than ever before. Artificial intelligence does not diminish the importance of energy, it magnifies it. Every intelligent decision, every autonomous system, every scientific discovery, every digital service ultimately traces back to one invisible current flowing beneath civilization. The intelligence age is at its core an energy age operating at an entirely different scale.
Civilizations are not measured by how they perform under ideal conditions. They are measured by how they endure disruption. Resilient systems anticipate failure before it happens. They distribute risk. They create redundancy. They continue operating when individual components stop. This is the philosophy behind modern digital infrastructure. The cloud distributes computation. Power grids distribute energy. Communication networks distribute information. Artificial intelligence distributes decision-making. Together, they create architectures capable of adapting instead of collapsing. The future will belong to civilizations that design resilience into every layer of their infrastructure, because continuity is the ultimate form of strength.
Every episode of this journey reveals another layer beneath the visible world. Money depends upon systems. Systems depend upon data.
Data depends upon computation. Computation depends upon silicon. Silicon depends upon energy. Remove one layer, and every layer above it begins to weaken. This is the hidden architecture of civilization. The future will not be built by one extraordinary invention. It will emerge from millions of interconnected systems evolving together. The greatest opportunities will belong to those who understand how these layers reinforce one another. Because when infrastructure compounds, innovation compounds. When innovation compounds, prosperity compounds. And when prosperity compounds, civilization enters an entirely new stage of evolution.
The technologies that shape history are rarely independent. They are layers of a larger architecture. Energy enables computation. Computation enables intelligence. Intelligence enables coordination. Coordination enables civilization to solve problems once thought impossible. At Asutsen, we do not study technologies in isolation. We reveal the invisible systems that connect them. Because wealth is not created by a single innovation. It is created when architectures allow innovation to compound across generations. The future is already being built, quietly, system by system, layer by layer, architecture by architecture. The question is no longer whether that future will arrive. The question is whether you can already see the invisible design taking shape beneath it. Welcome to Asutsen, architecting wealth, automating future.